The immense increases in technology has brought about the need for a new work environment that can respond to rapid change. The answer to this demand is the virtual organization, which came about in the late 90s and early 2000s via the cyber cafe. The article I chose to better explore virtual organizations is Working in Public by Wendy Richmond. This article summarizes the author's feelings and experiences from working in a virtual organization, as well as the pros and cons. Wendy Richmond is an author, a visual artist, and a teacher. She has taught in places ranging from the Rhode Island Institute of Design to Harvard. In her article, Working in Public, Dr. Richmond claims to have what she calls a roaming studio. A roaming studio could be anywhere, from a coffee shop to a sidewalk to a classroom or even an Italian cafe. The options are endless. As long as you have access to the internet and smartphone or laptop, you can pretty much work anywhere you want. There are many pros to a roaming studio. For example, if you were working in a busy cafe, there would be many people around you. You could gain inspiration and insight to how other people think. For example, you could hear someone's conversation, and just by hearing that conversation, you can understand what they're talking about and what is important to them and what they value. This gives you a new perspective. You can also join in the conversation. That will give you a new idea and the option of actually asking your own questions to just people, just random people. This supplies you with inspiration and a new perspective. You can also gain inspiration just by watching. The way someone looks at another person or the way someone carries their laptop can be inspiration. However, like many workplaces, there are cons. The negative side of the roaming studio is that it can be very loud and distracting. In a cafe, especially a busy cafe, the noise could be overbearing. There could be a crying baby or a couple arguing, or somebody could drop something. However, the chaos, according to Dr. Richmond, supplies even more inspiration. The roaming studio is an aspect of the virtual organization. Ever since the virtual organization began, it has been growing and growing. Employees of a virtual organization would have constant contact to the world via the internet. The internet supplies us with millions and millions of articles, blogs, and videos, as well as our fellow human. You can talk to anyone who is online, which is a lot of people. Also, you would be in constant contact with your coworkers via email or social media. This is like an ongoing meeting. You and your coworkers can bounce ideas off of each other, critique each other's work, or even have a lunch date. The ideas are endless. This is also something only a virtual organization can provide, because in a regular organization, you only have access to your coworkers while you're at your job, not at home, not on the beach, not wherever you may be. In a virtual organization, you can talk to your coworkers at any moment. An example of this given by Dr. Richmond is one day she was working in a local cafe. She decided to open up her social media tab. When she opened up her tab, she seen that one of her students had posted a video. She watched the video and critiqued the student on the lighting. The student then made another video with the correction. The student gained experience and knowledge that she would not have had if it weren't for the internet or the roaming studio. However, the inspiration and creativity did not stop there. Another student seen what she had posted and was inspired by the video's shapes and shadowing. He then decided to make his own video based off of these shapes. This is something that is completely new to him and to other people. It's something that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for virtual organizations. Why are virtual organizations important? Well, virtual organizations, as I said, have continued to grow. And because there are so many of them now, you could possibly find yourself working in one, especially if you're an aspiring artist or writer. As many of us know, print media is almost obsolete. Many magazines and newspapers are now choosing to be solely online for ecological reasons or just for convenience. This employers doesn't have to only hire people within their local vicinity. They can hire people from around the world. This gives them diversity, new perspectives, and much other things. The employees who work for this organization are not confined to a regular office space. They can work on the beach or in their house any hours they choose. This allows people to be more inspired, to offer new things that you wouldn't be able to offer in a regular 9 to 5 job at the office. Some people aren't creative at 9 to 5 in the morning. Maybe they're more creative at night. With this organization, you have the option to work when you choose. Overall, virtual organizations are becoming a popular and important part of our society. It is something that is needed to respond to rapid change, and it is something that I think is not going away anytime soon. Maybe one day you'll find yourself working in this kind of organization. And because the lack of knowledge of this organization, it is important that you have a basic knowledge of what this organization is. I hope that this speech has given you a little bit of idea of what the organization is and how it functions. That way, if one day you find yourself in the shoes of a virtual organization employee, you will know how to respond. Thank you.